Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas Football back here at the 90th Annual Texas High School Coaches Association and Convention. We are here with the head coach of those Ferris Yellow Jackets, Coach Stephen Greek. Coach, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to come hang out with the crew here at Dave Campbell's Texas Football in our booth. We got a good setup, though, don't we?
Great setup. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for all that you and the team at Dave Campbell's do for promoting teams and communities and the young people that we get to coach on a daily basis.
I mean, you guys do all the hard work because you're coaching them and you're molding these young men and women into the future leaders that we have. We just get to watch and get paid to watch football games and eat good press box food, and so we just get paid for the fun stuff. So you guys are grinding out there.
If it's not fun, we're not doing it. So
exactly,
otherwise shouldn't be in this profession.
I agree. Now we're here at Coach's School, and this is a fun event as well. It's kind of, for me, you got some off-season markers. You got for us, when the magazine gets done, that's a big marker for us. We're done with the magazine. When 7-on-7 state, 7-on-7 happens in College Station, that's another big one. And now this is the last marker of the off-season. Like when we leave here, it's time to go. It's football season. We are rocking and rolling. So everybody's excited. Everyone's undefeated. You're undefeated, Coach. That's a
love being undefeated.
There you go.
So, hadn't happened too often, but it's always a good feeling. Everybody's 0-0,
exactly,
right?
Everybody's in a good mood. Everybody's optimistic, and you get to see. Coach's School is awesome because coaching is such a fraternity. You get to see some old buddies and old trade war stories and talk to guys. And
right.
And then I don't want to date you, but I think there's a few kids that you coach that are now coaches as well. That's probably fun and humbling at the same time, isn't it?
Ran into one yesterday, so it's a reminder that hopefully you make an impact in such a way where there's a few people along the way that see this as a valued profession and want to continue that process of impacting lives.
And that's what you guys do for sure. And in Ferris, I know you're doing some great things there, and you've got that community fired up with your coaching staff and the kids and everything. When you look at the Ferris Yellow Jackets in 2022, what do you think you guys need to do well in order to have the kind of success and the kind of season you want to have? What are the Jackets going to hang their hats on? Well,
I'm so thankful for our administration, our leadership. We have great support within the community, our teachers and the coaching staff that we've been able to assemble. Great people that love the kids. They coach hard. They've got a nice resume, and then we've got some young coaches that are bought into what we're doing. And so everything we do, and that's been a theme yesterday at coaching schools, it's about the kids, it's about the players. So we want to take great care of our players. Obviously, we want to stay healthy. I think if you can stay healthy, you've got a chance.
Especially at your level. I mean, there's not a ton of depth there at 4A Division II, so you got to make sure you get some luck. I think injuries are a lot. There's a lot of luck involved. Sometimes this stuff happens, and so I think staying healthy is key, because if you can stay healthy, you got a chance to make some noise.
Well, and I was just talking right after Coach Dodge spoke, the breakout, right? I was talking to one of my buddies from a staff, a powerhouse at the 6A level in the Metroplex, and he was telling us even about how some of their guys are going to be two-way guys because of, again, a lack of depth. So, yes, it is a real conversation at the 4A level, but having coached at the 5A, 6A level, even that's still, you're looking at some of your guys that are game changers that you're still trying to figure out on third down. Do we need them on the field on some side of the ball, or even a special team?
Yeah.
You win and lose games in those momentum changers. So, it's a real conversation, especially for us.
It's a luxury if you have it, right? If you have depth, you're feeling real good, especially in the trenches. I feel like in the trenches, if you're deep up front on both sides of the ball, that's really when you have a chance. Those elite teams are usually really good up front on both sides of the ball.
That is a luxury.
Yeah. Would you agree with that? I mean, you've been around a little while. You would agree with that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. I mean, I think I had a conversation with one of our young men just last week who's a projected captain, and he actually has the athletic ability to play at a variety of spots, one being a hybrid type of tight end, but because of the lack of depth that you're seeing not only in our school, but you even talk to these Division I college coaches, when they come in the door, they're looking for certain types of players, but at the top of their list typically are offensive linemen. They're hard to find at the college level, and you have to develop them at the high school level. So, again, just helping cast a vision on here's what the team needs and having players buy in. It's such a blessing to have kids that are bought into the vision of what we have to try to build a program that week in and week out we can hopefully be highly competitive. So I think, to answer your question, we've got to stay healthy. We're going to have to execute on offense. We're going to have to swarm the football on defense and then play great special teams. And hopefully we can put an exciting brand of football out on the field each week that gives our kids a chance.
Well, and you mentioned the support that you have from the community. There's also administrative support there. You have a great administration in Ferris. And the investment in the community that you got for a school your size, you guys have really unbelievably nice facilities there at Ferris. That's got to be a great feeling to walk in. We're a little 4A Division II school. We've got facilities that some 5A and 6A schools would love to have.
Right, I agree. And again, the vision that our school board has we understand that growth isn't coming, growth is here. And what I mean by that is Ferris is 15 minutes from the Dallas Zoo and less than 20 minutes from downtown Dallas. And my wife's a realtor, so we lived the last 12 years somewhere on the northern side of Dallas, be it Plano, Frisco, the Colony, and Argyle, Southlake area. And the way that northern corridor has grown out, the housing market, all those things. Well, now you turn to the southern side, and growth is coming that way. And
there's lots of land.
The housing market, and we have to prepare for that growth because we know that we're just probably a few cycles away from being considered a big school.
There you go. Well,
so
that's exciting. That's exciting.
Laying that foundation is
you're on
critical.
the ground level of that growth. That's got to be exciting as well. Now, a funny story to share with you. Last year, was it last year during the season?
It was right at a year and a half ago, somewhere in there.
We were. I was traveling down to cover a football game, and you were heading down to the valley where you're from.
Right.
Going down for some family, take care of some family stuff down
family
there.
Time.
Yeah, and we were playing buddies. I'm sitting there in my usual, I tweet about my exit row seat,
yes.
right?
And that's my row because of my height too.
Yeah, and you
were there first.
I was, and I probably should have been a nice guy and gave up the seat.
Nah, you were good, man.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting there, and it's early in the morning, and all of a sudden I see Coach Greek sits right next to me, and I'm like, heck yeah, I got someone to talk football with.
We got to talk ball, man.
And that's what we did. So we were playing buddies, and then we talked about going on vacation. So I feel like now we need to be playing buddies when we go to Jamaica for vacation. So that's what I think we need to do.
Yeah. You're going to have to set the itinerary and show us the ropes.
Oh,
All I know is we got to have a little bit of snorkeling.
A little snorkeling, a little sunshine, a little beach action.
Come on.
We're good to go. So, Coach, I appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of coaching school. I mean, it's already, we're halfway through Monday afternoon now, so we're starting to be on the back end of it. And good luck in 2022 with the Ferris Yellow Jackets, and we appreciate what you do for student athletes in the state of Texas.
And we appreciate all that you do and your team.
Thanks,
amazing.
Coach. Appreciate you.
Thanks.